Okay, good afternoon and welcome to a review of Rent a Girlfriend. Now, we're on episode 6 of season 3, and I gotta say, this is gonna be one of those episodes where we sat down and say, you know what? I can't hate this show. Or you could look at it and say, I don't like this show, but it's so freaking good. That's what this is all about. Now, Rent a Girlfriend franchise has a few hiccups. Everybody who is dropping this series just because the rom-com of this is so like get to the point type. I get it. Rom-coms, when it comes to rom-coms, you want to see this conclusion work. You want to get to the point where it's just like, oh my God, just confess already. No, that's not how that works. It takes patience. It takes time for them to communicate and trust each other. I mean, Kazuya and Chizuru's relationship is fake. We all know that. But when it comes to Rent a Girlfriend, it's not just about rushing for them to smash. It's not rushing them for them to confess. It's all about patience, and it's all about helping. It's all about just helping Chizuru become an actress of all that. Because that's what people forget about it. And it's all about the people you care about, the people you trust. You don't want to make people cry. That's Rent a Girlfriend. Now, and let's be real. Rent a Girlfriend is dealing in college. That's what people are forgetting. People are forgetting Rent a Girlfriend is in college. And the fact that 9 times out of 10, every rom-com has always been middle school, elementary. And it has been like that since. How often do we have a college rom-com? How often do we have an adult rom-com? And I think the closest right now, closest to an adult rom-com is My Tiny Senpai. And go watch My Tiny Senpai because that's an adult rom-com, by the way. But that's how it is. Okay. Now we get into this episode. Now back to what I was saying. We're now in this episode where Chizuru and Kazuya's relationship are in the brightness of the sun right now. It is so bright. But, people want to know, oh, they're going to smash? Thanks to Minnie. Minnie planned all of this. Props to our best winged woman in anime history. Was her motive to rent out a hotel room for those two? Were they able to talk or smash anything? Well, answers are revealed, guys. So let's get right to it with I'm about to say my Rent a Girlfriend. Rent a Girlfriend Season 3, Episode 6 review. Okay, so leave it to Minnie to have that lust in her mind, having Kazuya and Chizuru all alone together. This was the episode that these two finally got some time together. It's rare that Chizuru and Kazuya have some time together, but all the other times that they were together, it was just for to lie to people and trying to get people to get along, those kind of things. This right here is completely different because again, Rent a Girlfriend is not just about Kazuya and Chizuru thing. This arc, like I said before, this arc is really important because the fact that this movie that they're making is for Chizuru's grandma. That's love. That is love right there. And I think people are forgetting that. People are forgetting that. People are just like, oh, just get to the point already. But outside of that Rent a Girlfriend storyline with the whole fake pretend girlfriend, there's more to that. That's the thing. So, now Kazuya is trying to make a separate room for Chizuru because Minnie posted a room for both of them. That didn't work out. So, and it cost a lot of money. So it's like, don't worry. We're going to share a room. We're going to share a room just like we did in season 1. We're going to share the exact same room just like we did in season 1. So they had a few sightseeing. We got a montage of Kazuya and Chizuru just looking out, sightseeing and all that, just to find the perfect site for them to do a video, for them to do the final scene. That's what it's all about. Now, I know y'all thinking, I'm going to say this now because everybody wanted to bring it up, and I'll bring it up now because it's all over. Fan service. Okay. Chizuru's fan service. Let's count the ways. Let's stop the breaks here. So all you Chizuru fans, y'all really happy you got a fan service. We got fan service of Sumi in the shower, but that's a different topic in another way. But fan service, yeah, we got Chizuru in the bath. Okay. How many times have we seen Chizuru in the bath? I mean, that's fan service right there. We've seen her every freaking time every freaking time in a fan service mode. I mean, like, we're not even like, I was when I saw that, I'm not even surprised. I mean, I've read the chapters. I got like, how many chapters I got now? Oh, 21 chapters. 31 chapters. I keep forgetting. But other than that, I'm like, there's no point. I'm not surprised. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be fan service. I mean, we're gonna see fan service of every girl and Rent a Girlfriend. So why y'all act like, oh my God, fan service? I mean, let's stop. Let's stop. So out of the final scenes and all that stuff, it was that confession that Chizuru told Kazuya. Remember, Kazuya didn't know why Chizuru was doing this, but Chizuru was being open to say like, oh, my grandpa died 3 years ago in a car crash, telling me you're gonna help to become an actress, and he wanted to see her become an actress. That didn't work. So her grandma's the only is there for her, the only person that's there for her. And the fact that she is ill, we all know what this means. We all know what this means. That's one in a nutshell. We all know what this is gonna lead to. Now, aside from that, Kazuya is showing emotions, raw emotions, as to seeing Chizuru smile and seeing Chizuru put on that, showing all the emotions for this final scene. It warms his heart. It warms his heart. You see, people are forgetting this, but it needs to be said. Kazuya has come a long way. Sure, later on in a few ups and downs, he will have a few hiccups. But if you go back to Kazuya, if you go back from season 1 up till now, he went from a depressed state. Like, go back to season 1 a bit. Bitch ass mommy breaks up with him. Hooks up with Chizuru. Him jerking off on a regular basis with tissues and whatnot. and it's like, he went from that to this. That, you know what I mean? That's development right there. Like, again, I'm not saying Kazuya's development is like there, like up to the horizon. No, he got some steady growth. It's like a little centimeter of his growth getting there. And like I said before, sure, he's gonna have a few hiccups, and sure, he's gonna have a few in terms of second guessing himself, because that's how Kazuya is, LOL. But aside from that, I mean, he's still getting there. So his character growth is up, down, and rise. And then that moment they were sleeping next to each other, not next to each other, but separate from each other. Kazuya's sleeping, and now Chizuru's staring at Kazuya. This is like the other way around, because Kazuya's staring at Chizuru, now Chizuru's staring at Kazuya. But it's what Chizuru's grandpa, I respect the grandpa. The grandpa saying, you're going to find someone who's the pillar of light. You're going to find someone who's going to help you fulfill your dream. You're going to find that one guy. You're going to find the guy. Well, not his words, but in terms of his grandpa saying, you're going to find someone that's going to be with you. You're going to find someone that's going to help you. That one guy is going to be the shining beacon of hope that's going to help you fulfill your dream. And that's what, and Chizuru was all blushing. Nice to see her blushing about Kazuya. And then then when they on their way home, them talking about how, bitch ass mommy is doing. And Kazuya haven't spoken to her in months, which is good. Kazuya not speaking to mommy. That's a damn good thing. But Kazuya is very kind. I think people forgetting, you can't hate Kazuya. You can't hate him. I mean, you can hate him for what he's doing, but you can't hate him for being honest and not, and he's a guy that doesn't want to break people's hearts and trust. If you think about it, he doesn't want to break his friend's trust, and he doesn't want to break his friend's trust. He doesn't want to break Sumi's heart. He doesn't want to break Ruka's heart. He doesn't want to break Chizuru's heart. And even though that's his ex, he doesn't want to break mommy's heart. In short, he just don't want to see people get upset. He doesn't want that. He doesn't want to hurt the people around him. That's how Kazuya is. And that's what people are forgetting about that. I think that's what people forget about Kazuya. Again, Kazuya has a few hiccups doing all this, but you got to understand, this arc, though, he's sacrificing everything. The money that he does, the passing out the flyers, go and be the producers, doing everything he can to help Chizuru. And that's what people in the Rent-A-Girlfriend who's watching this forget about. That's why I can't strongly hate Kazuya. I'm kind of like not somewhat, but I'm not. I can't hate him, but he's putting out there. Again, Kazuya and Chizuru moments are still there. They got a lot of moments, especially in this new chapter I just read. But other than that, the moments is when Kazuya and Chizuru put her head onto Kazuya's shoulder, and his mental state. Again, it's just his mental state. His mental state's thinking this and that, but Chizuru is just like leaning on the shoulder, sleeping. And then when they finally got home, here come Ruka again, calling her a thought, calling Chizuru a thought, and looking around to see if there's any hickeys. And then she found out that Mini was planning everything, so she kind of like, too late, you missed the party. But again, Ruka is a very nice girl. It's just that she rushed things to the point where just like, you cheat on me, you did. She just rushed right in. It's like Cheaters. You know that show Cheaters where they all caught in the act? Like the moment that girl sees them, like, what do you mean? What did you do? You cheat on me with this one? Like, that's how that is. And so Chizuru go to the bathroom. She blushed and saw her because she got like a little red burn, if you know what I'm saying. But that was just from leaning on Kazuya's shoulder. So after doing the final scenes of this, we now go into a Ruka part now, where Ruka birthday's coming up, and now Kazuya has to make it up. Again, you're talking about the worst case scenario. This is another worst case scenario. Here's the thing. Every time I find this, it's kind of funny, but if you notice that every time when there's a Kazuya and Chizuru together, just planning things, no dating, no nothing, and then here come Ruka coming into the prey. Just like the beginning of season 3, the worst case scenario of your life, and Ruka came to the picture. That's what I'm talking about. It's just like that. So now that Ruka's birthday is coming up, Kazuya is gonna have to make a lot of amends and make sure Ruka have the best birthday. Best birthday. I mean, it ain't gonna work. It has to work. I mean, you gotta plan it out some way, but that's how it's gonna work. So next week is gonna be covering Ruka and her birthday thing. So let's see what Kazuya got stuff in store. But overall, this was a good episode. I mean, literally a good episode. We got to see the development growth of Chizuru and Kazuya and their relationship getting there as it goes along. I mean, we got Kazuya being open and Chizuru being open, which tells us that their relationship will be there. And I understand they're not a couple. They're not a couple. But this, again, looking back on this episode and making this final scene for them, it's safe to say this movie's going to go out great. And the fact that Kazuya is doing everything he can, you know, not getting into Chizuru's pants and all that shit, it just shows that he got a long way to go. He's getting there, but he is. So, I look forward for next week's episode of Rent-A-Girlfriend. And guys, I understand you guys don't like it, but give it a shot. Trust me, you're going to need it. So, stay tuned for next week.